Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at Joanne.com. This is week number 2 of our stitch along. We're going to continue and we're going to step a little bit higher, this time with our granny squares this week. If you didn't get your homework done from last week, don't worry about it too much. Just follow today's video and then you can get caught up at a later time. So without further ado, let's go down to the studio. Let's get started right now. Welcome to week number 2 of our stitch along, and this time we are going to provide a 3-dimensional flower that is in the middle of the square. So we're going to start off with this. Use a different color for the middle just to make it pop even more, and you can notice that there is 2 colors being used. So we have a color B and we also have color C. Of course, if you're going to change colors, then it will change the yarn ball quantity, but again, I want you to make it customized for you. Again, there is 5 rounds. Let's look at page number 2. On page number 2, there's a crochet diagram showing you the 5 rounds. Again, the slip stitching is done on this section here. You can move it over if you wish. I'm going to leave that in your capable hands. If you've done number 1 with me, you'll know how exactly to do it with the half double crochet join if you would like to keep it on the edge. So what we have today is that we're going to start off and we're going to go in a round circle again. 8 is your magic number once again, and then we're going to do our popcorn in order to get that to work, and I'll show you how to do that, and then we're going to then move up, convert ourselves to a square, and then rounds number 4 and 5 we're just going to get bigger. So let's grab a yarn and a 5mm size H crochet hook and let's begin. You need to make a total of 20 of these. So let's move along to week number 2. So what we have here is we had a flat section here in week number 1, and then we had 5 rounds. Week number 2 we also have 5 rounds, but the difference is that round number 2 has these raised popcorn and the rest of it is all the same. So the first round, 3, 4, and 5 are exactly identical. So what we're going to do is that we're going to change our way that we're doing here. Use a different color, make it pop off of your afghan. You'll notice it's nice and 3-dimensional. On the back side it's flat. So without further ado, let's grab our crochet hook. So grab a color of the flower that you would like to do, and let's begin round number 1. So let's start off. So it starts off like week number 1, and we are going to start with a slip knot on the hook and chain 2. So 1 and 2, and second chain from the hook, which is the beginning chain, I want you to put in 8 single crochets. So let's count those together. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're halfway around. Now use this straggler, just put it up on top of it so it gets stuck underneath, and continue along. So we got 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I want you to insert the hook in the 8th one away. So just count back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is right there. As an experienced crocheter I can see that immediately, but if you ever have to question that, that's how you do it. So just slip stitch then in the 8th one away, and that will complete off your first circle that we have. Let's move along to round number 2. So in round number 2 it's very much like the first week that we had. We have to put 2 stitches into each stitch in order to have the growth. So this time though we're gonna change up the story a little bit. So we're gonna chain up 3, which counts as your first double crochet, and in the same stitch I want you to do a popcorn, and the popcorn is consisting of 4 double crochets into the same stitch. So right where it's joining I want you to put in 4 double crochets, and then I'll explain further. So let's just count those out. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once you have 4 you now do a popcorn. To do a popcorn you're gonna take this off the hook and go to the 4th one back. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, and insert in the top of the 4th one and put the loop back on and pull it through and chain 1 to lock it. So now you're gonna go to the next stitch that's available to you. So you're gonna have a total of 8 of these going all the way around. So the next one we're gonna start off with 1 double crochet. Okay, so that's in between each of the popcorns, and then you're gonna do another popcorn. So the popcorn consists of 4 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I want you, now that we got our 4, go back to the 4th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and grab it and pull it through and chain 1 to lock. So here's what I would do if I were you and you were me. Instead of just saying 1 double crochet into the next one, just say that you're doing 5, and it's just easier to think about. So you're just gonna do 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then when you do your popcorn, only count to the fourth one back. So release it. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's just a matter of perspective, right? So pull through, chain 1 to lock, and then move to your next one. So please do that same thing going all the way around. You should have 8 of these popping out at the end. So I'm coming into my last stitch here and I'm putting in 5 double crochets in a row. So into the same one. And then that's just the way that I'm looking at it from perspective, and then just count back to the fourth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, insert in and chain 1 to lock, and then you immediately, to finish off, you then just go to the top of the first, chain 3 and just slip stitch, pull through and through. So now this color is completely done. So just get rid of this color completely, weave in your ends beautifully, and then we're going to do 3, 4 and 5 together. So just weave in your ends, just pull through, and you can actually just weave them in and out of the stitch work because it'll get stuck under the next stitches ahead. So please do that all the way around. So let's begin by going into a top of any of the double crochets or the chain 3. It depends, up to you. Just make sure you don't choose a popcorn stitch, and just create a slip knot to begin and just go in the top of a double crochet. So just ignore the popcorn for now and just slip stitch it to pull it through to join it. So now I need you to chain a total of 4. So that's your first treble. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and in the same one you just did that join, put another treble. So wrap the hook twice and going in. So like on week number 1, the next 2 stitches in a row are each gonna be a double crochet. So the next one just happens to be a popcorn. So go in the top of the popcorn, put down the straggler so that it's gonna get stuck underneath, so you don't have to worry about sewing that in later. So you have 1 double crochet, the next one is in the double crochet. And now we're going to begin the next corner. So the next corner is in the top of the next popcorn. So we're gonna treble first. So go into the top of that popcorn and place in a treble. I'm just gonna get rid of that straggler just as the last time I'm bearing it going across. Just pull it tight and then treble again into the same stitch. Chain 2 and then come into your next stitch, which is a double crochet and 2 trebles into that one. So really the difference of week number 1 and 2 is really right here, but the difference is that you just gotta look for the stitch count, not necessarily what it is. So the next one is in the top of the popcorn, so that'll be a double crochet, and then the next one is in the top of a double crochet, and then a new corner starts. So we're gonna start in the top of the popcorn, place in 2 trebles, and then you're going to chain 2 and then 2 trebles into the next stitch and then continue. So please do that all the way around. It's pretty easy generally, and I think that you'll enjoy it too. So please do this for round number 3. So let's just come around on round number 3. So I've just done 2 double crochets in a row. So the top one here is gonna be in a popcorn, and that makes sense because we started off in a chain 3 or a double crochet that was by itself. So that makes sense that the last stitch is in a popcorn. So 2 trebles and then just chain 2 and then just join it to the top of the chain 4 that you started with, and that will complete that going around. It'll look like it's buckling, but it's actually gonna be fine. So just stick with it and let's begin round number 4. So round number 4 and 5 is each the same. So you're just gonna chain up 3 to begin. You're not in a corner, so you'll do the corner last in round number 4, and then in round number 5 you'll do the corner plus 2 more. So you're just gonna go and treat it. So each stitch is going to be a double crochet except for the corners. The corners are like week number 1, and they will be 2 double crochet, followed by a chain 2 and 2 double crochet into the same space like that. So then just 1 double crochet in each up into the next corner, and then in the next corner again 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So please do that all the way around for round number 4. I'll see you at the end of this round, and then we'll kick off round number 5, and then that'll be it for these squares. So I'm coming up to the final corner. I got 2 double crochets in there so far, and then I'm just chaining 2 double crochet, and then that's it for round number 4. So you're just going to join it to the top of the first chain 3, and then that's it. So round number 5 is exactly what you just learned. So you're just gonna chain up 3, and then it's gonna be 1 double crochet in each going around, except for the corners. So it'll be 2 double crochet, chain 2 double crochet. So I want you to complete round number 5, and I'll see you at the end of this round to make sure that you're ending properly, and I'll see you there in a moment. So when you come to all the way around, you're just gonna hit the corner, so you gotta complete it all the way. So 2 double crochet, chain 2 double crochet. Now because you're bigger than you were in round number 4, is that you'll have 2 stitches left, and you'll just put in 1 double crochet in each, and then that's it. So because this is it for the square, just slip stitch it to the top of the chain 3, and let's get rid of this yarn. So you'll notice that it's kind of buckling up a little bit. Once it's sewn or through join as you go technique, when we go to join them, you shouldn't have to worry about it too much. So just cut your yarn and just pull the yarn through, and just throw it through a tapestry needle. And if you go back and forth like I showed you in week number 1, is that you can hide it in pretty good. So just going up underneath the stitch work and just going in about 1 inch across. So just go once and then back in the other direction twice, and 3 times is a charm. So the project, it will never follow on you when you go back and forth 3 times, and then that's it. So I need you to get a total of 20 of these done, and you can have different colors if you wish. It will change the yarn quantities for color wise, but it's kind of a neat idea, and get rid of any loose ends that you have, and then we'll see you again week number 3 as we continue our mystery together. So that's it for now. Your homework is now ready for you to be able to play with. We'll see you next week. We'll continue with our stitch along in week number 3. We'll see you again real soon, and bye-bye to my friends over at Joanne.com.